Hey, Dream Teamers. So I am actually running errands right now, and I'm waiting to go inside the grocery store and get some groceries. But I had to talk to you guys because I was just talking with a leader and just thinking about some of the comments that I've been hearing from some of the builders and some of you guys lately. And I want you to know my heart is for you guys to be so successful and to rock this business and to have your dreams met and your goals met. But I want to do like a reality check right here with everyone and my dream teamers, okay? Because things I've been hearing are like, it's not worth the time I'm putting in, or I don't feel like I'm getting out of it what I'm putting in, or I thought it would be easier, or those kinds of things. And I just really want everyone to think about the amount of time that they're actually spending every day on their Young Living business. And I'm not talking about scrolling Facebook and looking up recipes and things like that. I am talking about real IPA income producing activities, teaching classes, doing one-on-ones, sharing samples, hosting make and takes, reaching out to a friend and sharing a video about Young Living. I'm talking about real income producing activities. How much time do you actually spend? And I want to challenge you to actually record it every day about what you're doing. And like I said, don't record scrolling Facebook and stuff like that. I hear so often from my team members, they're like, wow, Liz really puts in so much time doing her business. You guys, I don't. I put in about a good maybe hour a day. That is less than part-time. I am a homeschool mom. I am a special needs mom. I do grocery shopping. I do, errands. I clean my house. I take care of my kid. I teach homeschool. What I do is I use that hour or possibly 2 hours a day, and I use it very well and wisely, and I do things that are bringing in more people and that are sharing these things, and I still teach classes. Now, I don't teach that many classes a month. I do 1 to 2 classes a month. So can I really expect my income and my momentum and the things that I'm doing to yield results like Sarah Harnish's results? Like, she taught 2 classes a week every week, and she went after it. She was gung-ho doing the business. If you read the book, she was determined, her mindset was fixed, and she wasn't giving up. And you look at Bethany Shipley, and you look at all these leaders that we love to read their books, and we love to hear their amazing story. But the thing is that they were going for it. They were not, doing an hour or, like doing 10 minutes one day, maybe teaching one class a month, maybe sending some happy mail 1 day a week, and then expecting to have that kind of amazing ranking up experience. So I just, I think you are all amazing, and I'm impressed with everything you do. A lot of you have other jobs and you're working it in, and I love that. And that is what I do. I work it in around my life. And like a lot of you have said, Liz is doing it all the time. I'm not. I'm not doing it all the time. I'm doing this job part-time, and I'm very grateful for what I receive for doing that part-time work over a long period of time. And so I hope that you guys look at what you're doing and how many hours you're actually putting in, and you're grateful for the check that you're receiving for the amount of effort that is going in. And on top of that, I just do want to say that if you've read The 4-Year Career, or you've listened to Eric Worre, or you understand the whole network marketing model, one of the things they always say is you have to live like no one will now, so you can live like no one can later. So there is this degree of network marketing where you do put in more effort in the beginning than maybe what your check is. And then in the middle, you're putting in as much effort as you're earning. You're actually earning what you should be for the amount of hours and effort you're putting in. And then at the end, you're getting these insane, crazy paychecks, and you are taking week-long vacations and getting paid even though you're not working as hard. So, sometimes you have to have that vision of like, yeah, if you really do feel like you are honestly tracking your time and you really look at your paycheck and you think, man, I'm putting in way more hours than what the time that I'm investing, then, maybe think about that as well. Like if the long term is worth it. And I really think honestly that most of us are putting in very part-time hours to our Young Living businesses, and hopefully we're really grateful for the things that we're receiving, and just if you really want to have that success, like the people that we read about and then we get discouraged when it's not going as easy as them, that we need to do the things that they were doing. We need to go after it and be committed and just go for it. And if you don't think they had no shows, you're wrong. And if you don't think they hosted classes that no one came to, you're wrong. And they may have hosted multiple classes and maybe it had no one there, and then they kept at it, and then people came and people caught on, and so I just want to encourage you guys in that way, to really consider that what you're putting in versus what you're getting out, the long-term vision of it, and trying not to compare yourself to other people, and really just in reality knowing, like, just so you guys know how much time I put in and what I do, that I work part-time. Like I work maybe 1 to 2 hours a day on my Young Living business. If I add it up, I do it in little bits, but if I added it up, I just don't feel like it's that much, and I'm really grateful for what I get in return for that. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about is just like personal development. Like those leaders, they were listening to, they were reading books and they were listening to things and they were doing trainings and they were things like that. You can get all that stuff free. You do not have to pay for it. You can go to special trainings and that's awesome, and it's fun, but you don't have to pay for that stuff. There's podcasts and things out there, and the average person I've heard drives 10 hours a week at least. So turn your car into a mobile university. Don't just sit there to get there is the saying I hear. Listen to something while you're driving, and most of the things are awesome things that you'd want your children to hear anyway. So if you've got kids in the car, you don't need to worry about that. There's maybe a few people out there you don't want to listen to because they might swear, but for the most part, find people that are motivational, and if you don't know any, I can certainly suggest them. And then another tip is, bring a book with you, because how often are we waiting in line or waiting somewhere? So if you have a book with you, you may only have 2 minutes or 3 minutes in the line, or I'm sitting at the chiropractor, I got 3 minutes to wait. You can read a little bit there, and you'd be amazed at how quickly you can get through things when you just devote little bits of time and you use your time wisely, and you do 2 things at once, like driving and listening, or waiting in line and reading a book. So yeah, I love you guys, and I think you're amazing, and I still want to see you guys meet your goals that you have. I know you guys have amazing goals. You all have amazing hearts. You all have amazing talents. Like, I've sat in all your classes and just been blown away. Like, you girls got the stuff to get there. But just really consider, I'm not telling you to do more time or anything like that, unless you have that goal and that's your motivation to like step it up a notch. That's awesome. I just more want you to consider before you give up, or before you think it's hard, or before you think I thought this would be easier. Like, just consider what's actually going in, what the time you're putting in versus the output that you're getting, because you might be more grateful when you look at it that way. So all right guys, I love you, and just keep on sharing, keep on loving on people, and let me know if you have any questions.